Hello, book friends. Welcome back. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Today, I want to share my May TBR. Can you believe it? We are already in May. I've already gotten off to a great start, so I can't wait to share my reads. Let me put it this way. These are the books that I plan on reading in the month of May. I'm finding myself kind of being a little moody. I've been a little moody. I've been wanting to just kind of read what I want to read at this point. So we shall see. So these are the books that I plan on reading for the month of May. But before I get started, I wanted to share something with you guys, so hold on a sec. So guys, now, I do get book mail. However, book mail is usually books that are bookish things that I order for myself. But oh, what a delight, what a treat it is when you get that unexpected book mail from a subscriber or even, family, whoever. It is always so kind and so sweet. And I was going to share this with you all on my book haul, but I can't wait. I cannot wait. And so I wanted to share something that I received in the mail, and I've been wanting it. It's been on my Amazon wish list since I started BookTube, I think. But I finally got it, and it is an embosser. Am I saying that right? Embosser? A book embosser, you guys. Look at this. And it has my name. Here, let me see if I can. It's so cute. It is so cute. And I do want to, I haven't opened it yet. I will definitely show you guys. Okay, it's all packaged up. So I will definitely show you guys what the stamp looks like on a book when I get the stamping, child, because I'm gonna get the stamping. I am gonna get the stamping. But let me see. It says from the library of Tracy Matthews, and those are flowers with the open book. Let me see. Hopefully you guys can see that. But I am so excited about this. I want to give a big shout out to Amber. Amber, so much appreciated, Amber. Thank you so much. It's nothing like getting book mail, child. It's nothing like it. I love it. You know what? I'm just really loving the book community as a whole. Just like I've said before, all of the friends. I'm talking about friends that I never ever had before friends, okay? In the bookish community. I'm really enjoying it over here. I'm so happy to even have the little space that I do on BookTube. And so I just want to say thank you to you all. Now, without further ado, I am going to share with you the books that I plan on reading for the month of May. I'm just about done with one. I'll probably be done with that in the next 30 minutes. And that is The Other Mrs. The Other Mrs. by Mary Kubica. And she is, I may have read something else of hers by now. Maybe not. I think, no, I have not. This is a first time author read for me. And I have already collected her books, which is why I wanted to make sure that I put this on my TBR for the month of May. Evidently, it has a Netflix movie out there. And you know what? I think I am going to go and start when I see these books that have Netflix or, you know, they've turned into movies. I think I'm going to go watch them. I want to go watch them. I already know the book is always better, but I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go watch that. I'm not a really big TV person, guys. I'm going to grab a book before I watch TV most of the time. So I'm going to go ahead, try to calm my little self down and try to find this movie on Netflix and watch it. This book, this one, I'm telling you, it's twisty, but I'm not going to go into a lot of talking about it because I'll do that in my wrap up. But what I will do is read the synopsis for you guys on all of these books. Some of these books you've heard over and over again from other booktubers, and I'm hoping some of these books are new to you. Either way, I'm going to share them, okay? So it says, she tried to run, but she can't escape the other misses. Sadie and Will Faust has only just moved their family from bustling Chicago to small town Maine when their neighbor Morgan Baines is found dead in her home. The murder rocks their tiny coastal island, but no one is more shaken than Sadie. But it's not just Morgan's death that has Sadie on edge. It's the eerie and decrepit old home they inherited. It's Will's disturbed teenage niece, how did they say it? Imogen, with her threatening presence, and it's the troubling past that continues to wear at the seams of their family. As the eyes of suspicion turn towards the new family in town, Sadie is drawn deeper into the mystery of Morgan's death. But Sadie must be careful, for the more she discovers about Mrs. Baines, the more she begins to realize just how much she has to lose if the truth ever comes to light. Now, don't that sound good, girl? It is. It is good. And I'll be letting you guys know about it. The next book that I've already started it. Matter of fact, let me see. I am 210 pages in on this one, is The Perfect Stranger by Megan Miranda. This is another author whose books I have on my shelf. And I wanted to go ahead and jump in and start reading those. It says everyone in this town has something to hide. And let me tell you, child, they sure do. They sure do. It says once a star reporter, Leah Stevens has lost her job at a Boston paper and damaged her professional reputation beyond repair when she unexpectedly crosses paths with her old roommate, Emmy Gray. The two impulsively decide to relocate to a small town with the hope that they can leave their past behind. They always run into them small towns, y'all. But soon after their arrival, a woman who looks just like Leah is left for dead, and Emmy goes inexplicably missing. The police are unable to find any trace of Emmy, no acquaintances, no digital presence, and no paper trail. Well, that's the way to be anyway. As Leah searches for answers in the house they share, she begins to realize how very little she knows about her closest friend. Is it possible Emmy Gray never existed at all? Okay, hold it right there. Look, that's going to make me read the book. That's going to make me read the book. As Leah works to track down Emmy, she becomes more and more uncertain about the motives of the people around her. Whom can she trust? Kyle, the handsome young detective on the case, the concerned assistant principal, the teen students in her class who seem to know more than Leah herself. Soon her credibility is at stake, and Leah must confront her old demons, find some proof of Emmy, and figure out how she disappeared. But everyone in town has something to hide, okay? Including Leah. And how do you uncover the truth when you are busy hiding your own? How you gonna do that? Two things at once, okay? Gripping and atmospheric, The Perfect Stranger defies expectation at every turn and confirms Megan Miranda's reputation as one of the most exciting voices in suspense, honey. And it is good. It is good. Now, the next book that I'm going to share with you guys, and I think I said it on my last video. There are 25 romance books that I have to read in 25 this year, or else I'm going to have to give them away put them in libraries, what have you. They got to get off my shelf. Why? Because there are so many more books, new releases that I want to get, and I don't want to just be hoarding a bunch of books that I'm not going to read. So if I'm going to read them, I need to read them, okay? So I am going to try this author out. Her name is Yafa Santos, if I'm not mistaken. A Taste of Sage. A Taste of Sage. It is a romance. And I'm really looking forward to read. I'm always looking forward to reading everything I get, honey. But it says Lumi Santana is a chef with a gift. She can perceive a person's emotions just by tasting their cooking. Okay. Despite being raised by a single mother who taught her that dreams and true love were silly fairy tales, she decides to take a chance and puts her heart and savings into opening a fusion restaurant in Inwood, Manhattan. The restaurant offers a mix of the Dominican cuisine she grew up with and other world cuisines. When Lumi's eclectic venture fails, she takes a position as a sous chef at a said traditional French restaurant in Mental owned by Julian Dax, a celebrated chef for his acid tongue as well as his brilliant smile. Lumi and Jillian don't get along in the kitchen. Of course, this is a frenemy situation, I guess. They not even frenemies. They ain't friends. They just enemies, okay? Enemies to lovers. And Lumi secretly vows never to taste this cookie. Little does she know that her resolve doesn't stand a chance against Julian's culinary prowess. I'm not going to read no more. I'm not going to read no more. We already see it right now. There's some enemy. And y'all know what happened in these love stories, child. They most likely going to get together, and I'll be surprised if they don't. I'll tell you about it. The next book that I have is Stacey Willingham novel, Only If You're Lucky. You guys have probably seen this book in my last couple of videos, because I picked this book up when I was in Orlando on spring break. And I wanted to start adding in some of my newer books along with some of my older books so I can kind of keep it a little balanced. Okay, we got to keep this thing a little balanced. So I picked this one. And it says, now Mary Cubica, who I'm already reading, has something to say about it. I'm liking Mary, so I'm assuming I'm going to like Stacy, all right? But we going to see. So Lucy Sharp is larger than life, magnetic and addictive, bold and dangerous, especially for Margaret, who meets Lucy at the end of their freshman year at Liberal Arts College in South Carolina. Margaret, I'm going to call her Margaret, okay, is the shy one, the careful one, always the sidekick and never the center of attention. But when Lucy singles her out at the end of the year, Margaret spent the studying and playing it safe and asked her to room together. Something in Margaret can't say no, something daring or starred or maybe even envious. And so Margaret finds herself living in an off-campus house with three other girls, Lucy, the ringleader, Sloan, the sarcastic one, and Nicole, the nice one. The three of them, opposites but also deeply intertwined. It's a year that finds Margaret finally coming out of the shell she's been in since the end of high school, and when her best friend died 3 weeks after graduation. Now Margaret and Lucy have become the closest of friends, but by the middle of their sophomore year, one of the fraternity boys from the house next door has been brutally murdered, and Lucy is missing without a trace. My. All right, we going to see what the end going to be on this one. All right. The next book I have, I'm going to break it up a little bit with my thrillers, and I wanted to throw in Afterlife, and I believe this is a YA. I believe that this is a YA novel, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. But, anywho, yep, young adult. Girls, right there on the cover. I mean, really, Tracy? Okay, YA. All right, so it says, one spring afternoon after school, Amber arrives home on her bike. It's just another perfectly normal day. But when Amber's mom sees her, she screams because Amber died 7 years ago. Now, honey, I'm going to be doing more than screaming. I'm not going to be sitting there looking at Amber no more. I'm running in the house. But, okay. She was hit by a car on the very same bicycle she's inexplicably riding now. This seemed like a horror to me. Oh my goodness. This mysterious return doesn't impact only Amber. Her sister Melissa, now 7 years older, must be a new kind of sibling to Amber. Amber's now estranged parents are battling over her, and the changes ripple further and further out. Amber's friends, boyfriends, and even people she met only once have been deeply affected by her life and death. In the midst of everyone's turmoil, Amber is struggling with herself. What kind of person was she? Why was she given this second chance? This magnificent tour de force by acclaimed author Gail Forman is brilliantly explores the Peral's veil between life and death. Okay, so I don't know yet, but this seemed like it might be some type of magical realism in this. But it gave me a little chill, child. Cause who gonna stand? What? No, we gonna see. It's gonna be good. This should be a really quick read too. I'm gonna let y'all know about it. The next book, everybody talking about it. Well, at least the people I watch are talking about it, okay? And that is Lisa's Jewel. None of this is true. I have heard so many great things about this book. I can't wait to dive in it. Of course, I done read some of Lisa Jewell, so I already know I like her. We gonna see if I like this, okay? It says, celebrating her 45th birthday at the hot new local pub, popular podcaster Alex Summer crosses paths with an unassuming woman called Josie Fair. Josie, it turns out, is also celebrating her 45th birthday. They are, in fact, birthday twins, okay? A few days later, Alex and Josie bump into each other again, this time outside Alex's school, children's school. Josie has been listening to Alex's podcast and thinks she might be an interesting subject for her series. She tells Alex, on the cusp of great changes in her life. Josie's life appears to be strange and complicated, and although Alex finds her unsettling, she can't quite resist the temptation to keep going on the project. Slowly, she starts to realize that Josie is hiding some very dark secrets, and before she knows it, Josie has inveigled her way into Alex's life and into her own. First of all, why when y'all see stuff and get a funny feeling, y'all don't listen to yourself? But then if they did, we wouldn't have a book, would we? So we're going to see what the end going to be on this one. All right? All right. So my next book that I am trying to throw in the groove is Four Aunties and a Wedding, Jessie Sutanto. I love this author. I've already read a few of her books. And I wanted to go ahead and get her done on this one. It's cute. I think this is more of a mystery. What is this? Yeah. Oh, actually a rom-com murder mystery. Let me see. Yeah, a rom-com murder mystery. Let's see what it says. The aunties are back, fisher than ever, and ready to handle any catastrophe, even the mafia, in this delightful and hilarious sequel by Jessie. All right. Maddie Chan has been to countless weddings, but she never imagined how her own would turn out. Now the day has arrived, and she can't wait to marry her college sweetheart, Nathan. Instead of having Ma and the aunts cater her wedding, Maddie wants them to enjoy the day as guests. As a compromise, they find the perfect wedding vendors, a Chinese Indonesian family-run company just like theirs. Maddie is hesitant at first, but she hits it off right away with the wedding photographer, Stephanie, who reminds Maddie of herself down to the unfortunately misspelled name. Oh, Lord. Maddie realizes that is where there's some similarities in. However, when she overhears Stephanie talking about taking out a target, horrified. Maddie can't believe Stephanie and her family aren't just like her own. They are the family, actually mafia, and they're using Maddie's wedding as a chance to conduct shady business. Her aunties and mother won't let Maddie's wedding ceremony become a murder scene over their dead bodies, and will do whatever it takes to save her special day, even if it means taking out the mafia. Well, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. This is going to be funny. I'm sure it is. The next book I have is The Wedding People by Allison. As Spock, I guess. So y'all don't give me the line. Y'all know. Y'all know. All right. I've heard mixed reviews on this one, but of course I'm always going to read it myself, honey. I'm going to read it myself. All right. It's a beautiful day in Newport, Rhode Island, when Phoebe Stone arrives at the Grand Cornwall Inn wearing a green dress and gold heels, not a bag in sight, alone. She immediately is mistaken by everyone in the lobby for one of the wedding people, but she's actually the only guest at the Cornwall who isn't here for the big event. Phoebe is here because she dreamed of coming for years. She hoped to shuck oysters and take sunset sails with her husband, only now she's here without him, at rock bottom and determined to have one last decadent splurge on herself. Meanwhile, the bride has accounted for every detail and every possible disaster the weekend might yield, except for, well, Phoebe and Phoebe's plan, which makes it that much more surprising when the two women can't stop confiding in each other. It turns absurdly funny and devastatingly tender. The wedding people is ultimately an incredible nuanced resonant da. Okay? Gonna be good. It sounds like it's gonna be good to me. Last but not least on my list, child. Now that's a big TBR, ain't it? All right, to be read. Look, we gonna see. But Famous Last Words by Jillian McAllister. All right, this is a book that I got from Book of the Month. I've had it since February, I believe. So it's time for me to go ahead and read this thing, right? So let's see what it says. It is June 21st, the longest day of the year, and new mother Camilla's life is about to change forever. After months of maternity leave, she will drop her infant daughter off at daycare for the first time and return to her job as a literary agent. Finally, but when she wakes, her husband Luke isn't there, and in his place is a cryptic note. Then it starts. Breaking news. There's a hostage situation developing in London. The police arrive and tell her Luke is involved. Oh my. But he isn't a hostage. Her husband, doting father, eternal optimist, is the gunman. Girl, do you know who you're sleeping with? Do you know? Do you know? What she does not next is crucial, because only she knows what the note he left behind that morning says. Famous Last Words is a story of crime and marriage. More secrets than Camilla ever could have imagined. Woo, this sound like it's going to be good, y'all. This sound like it's going to be good. So, friends, that is my book TBR. Well, that's what I'm planning to read, y'all. So we going to see. And look, until next time, keep being who you are. And that's a star. So keep shining. Bye.